At a time when our planet cries for help, Lisbon Ferrao has chosen action over apathy. A passionate climate activist and a beach cleaner from Vasai, he dedicates his life to protecting the world we leave for our children. Every week, alongside his family, he spends 2 days cleaning up ponds, lakes, and beaches, ensuring that nature thrives where pollution once reigned. His unwavering commitment is a reminder that change begins with individuals who care enough to act. Lisbon Ferrao is more than an environmentalist. He's a guardian of our shores, a voice for the voiceless, and a force for a cleaner, greener tomorrow. Today, we celebrate his relentless dedication to our planet and honor his mission to leave behind a world worth inheriting.
I have friends who are rich, friends who have big businesses. And when they sit down, they like to talk about how many restaurants they have, or how many flats they have, or which new car they bought. And I told them I want to create a legacy. Making money, there's 1.4 billion population here, everybody wants it. But to create a legacy, to bring change is something that makes me happy. I don't care when people see me with a second-hand bike, or sometimes I'm not dressed properly, it doesn't bother me. What gives me happiness is to create change. Hi, my name is Lisbon Ferrao, and in 2017 I took my children to the beach for the first time. What upset me is that they started to play with empty bottles. So they put sand inside the empty bottle, taking it off. It's what children do, no? They find things what they can play with. But this is not how children should grow up. They should grow up in a natural environment. I was small, I was playing with shells, I was playing with sand. Here, if me and my wife let it go, my children would grow up to see this as natural and it's just normal. That did not digest inside me. So we decided that every time we go to the beach, we will pick up one plastic bag. We did this for 2 months, and then I thought to myself, let me get support and see how it works out. I posted on Facebook. 15 or 18 people messaged that they would like to come. I was so excited. She made sandwiches and tea, coffee, and no one turned up. So she started to clean, and my children were enacting her behavior. So she was picking up, they were picking up. I clicked those pictures and I posted back into Facebook just to show the people who did not turn up. Those pictures went viral of a woman picking up and her children following her. And people started joining, and then we started carrying on every week. And then I decided to expand. My fathers and my grandfather were farmers, and that always inspired me about greenery and maintaining what is there. And I started doing plantations. And 2 years ago, I joined a couple of groups to support them logistic-wise to pick up plastic from people's house and send it to recycling. I realized is that people started giving me clothes, and at one point in time I used to see beautiful clothes that were and I decided that we shouldn't send it to recycling. Recycling would probably they would make products out of it, or they would send it to shred it. So what we started doing is we started segregating these clothes, and we started donating the good ones, and the bad ones were sending to a recycling company in Daisar. I was unable to fund my projects because there was no funding. We were paying it from our own pockets. IC got in touch with me and they decided that they would fund some of my projects, and this went very well. IC is helping me scale up my work. I'm involved with beach cleanups, I'm involved with plastic collection, I'm involved with clothes donation and plantation. We do ponds cleanup as well. The reason why we do ponds cleanup is, if you have a pond, the water is stagnant, it doesn't move. You throw garbage in it, it starts getting polluted. And if the pond water gets polluted, the chemicals seep into the ground and your wells get polluted. You may not realize it, but if you go and check, Vasai Virar, if you check the wells, you do a water testing, I think 90% of all wells are not, you should not drink it. So I clean ponds and all that to spread awareness. Stop throwing rubbish into it. People throw rice, people throw whiskey bottles, people throw all types of gods. So the more you throw rubbish into the pond, the water starts getting rotted. And the water starts getting rotted, the fishes are dying, the water is smelling. So I'm cleaning this pond in Babula. So each time I go inside and I come out, I take bath, I can still smell the stink in my hand.
So in a way, you're putting your own health and life at risk.
I like what I'm doing. See, when you go to work also, you're putting your life at risk. When you're crossing the road, you're driving, traffic. It's just a risk. Your life is all about risk. 3 weeks ago, I posted a video of some family throwing 7-8 bags of garbage on Vasai, Pachubandar, on the jetty. I posted it on Instagram and I got around 9,800 comments. And most of these comments were from around the world. People thought I was not from India. And they were posting about comments about how we Indians need to change. If people have a perception about us, we need to change that perception. We need to change the perception saying is we are not all like this. We care for our country, we care for the environment. So it's important, like again I'm coming back to MSR. MSR stands for my social responsibility. When you take a bank loan, when you don't pay that loan, what happens to you? You're legally bound to pay it. You don't pay it, you will probably be punished by the law. But there is also something called MSR is your social responsibility, is that you are born here. You're breathing this air right now. Where is it coming from? It's coming from these trees. Your responsibility is to give it back, no? Or you just want to take. I believe if you take it seriously, that every day you don't need to do something big. While you're walking, going to school, or while you're going to work, you can just pick up something on the road and search a dustbin and put it in the dustbin. You can't find it, put it in your office dustbin. How long time it takes to just pick up a plastic on the road and put it and walk towards your work and put it in the dustbin. You can always find time if you really want. And you can find 100 excuses if you don't want to do it. I told somebody once, I find it very awkward when people write articles about the work we do. I said, cleaning the environment or picking up garbage should not be news. It should be everybody's duty.